The issue of child abuse and the authorities' cover-up is not a new one, and it has been going on for decades all over England. Shockingly, Newcastle Police was found to have paid a child predator £10,000 as an informant on taxpayers' money. This is just one example of the many cases of child abuse that have been swept under the rug by those in power.
Retired barrister David Spicer, a former chairman of the British Association for the Study and Prevention of Child Abuse and Neglect, authored a report that helped identify how abuse gangs got their foot in the door. He reported that the police did not consistently check these gangs. No background checks were done, and each crime was treated separately, even if the offender had a previous record. He also reported that no strategy was ever in place to protect the abused. The police just didn't seem to care for the children anymore, and over 700 children lost their innocence because of it.
The council claimed they would act on the report because they didn't know the extent of the problem. The abuse around Rochdale has even been made into a TV programme called Three Girls, with just a few abusers brought to justice.
It begs the question, were our MPs aware of the extent of the problem at the time?
MP Cyril Smith was giving medical examinations to children without any medical qualifications, and even though the council was aware, they never challenged him on it. Opposite the Social Services Department in Rochdale were toilets known as the Smith Street toilets, where in the 1980s children were abused in full view of the social services building so they could be kept an eye. Apparently the police didn't turn a blind eye, they just couldn't get enough evidence.
It is a sad reality that no party seems to be for children, and the authorities' cover-up of child abuse is a shameful stain on our society. It is time for those in power to take responsibility and take action to protect our children.
Dr. Jill Jesson, a researcher in Birmingham, conducted a study on girls in care who were working as prostitutes. Shockingly, her full report was never released. When Dr. Jesson reported her findings, she was ordered to remove all references linking ethnicity and the private hire trade, taxis. The meeting to publish the report was cancelled, and all copies were to be destroyed. The Birmingham Mail recently contacted Dr. Jesson, and she spoke about her research and the missing report for the first time. I was employed to do the work. I was told to reveal what I saw. I did, and some people didn't like it, she stated. Dr. Jesson also revealed that there was a link between the abuse of the girls and the private hire drivers in the city. I thought at the time that there was an issue with race. Most of the girls were white, but I was asked to take this link out and erase it, she said. At the time, it wasn't called grooming, but rather prostitution. The girls were all between the ages of 13 and 17 and were under the care of Birmingham City Social Services.
Unfortunately, this is old news today, and it has been going on for decades. It appears that while MPs ignored the problem, millions of children to date have been abused. Even the social services that were meant to help said nothing, and it appears that they helped cover up crimes. These crimes continue today, and it is a tragedy that they have been allowed to persist for so long.